host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's North versus South in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Herbert. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Niners at 6 and 9 to start play. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Hey, Kappa. Ready?
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Back to throw. Keys. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
You look at this Niner defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner has some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ram. Let's go.
Herbert now.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Keys. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Set. 380.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Banks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they do.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Set. Ready.
Here's Samuels again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Go.
Here's Herbert.
Got a man. That's Leggett. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 14. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
What a drive this has been. Just churn up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready. 21. Home to trips right.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits. Everyone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
5-9.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That one complete to the get. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Straight ahead running. Here's Samuels. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Set. Go.
And he fires one, but incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Home the trips right.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Let's go, let's go. Set.
Herbert throwing again. He's got his target. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Keys escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Hey, Kaplan. Ready.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
49ers 10.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, it's Turner.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give running right is Samuels. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and 4.
Play action. It's Herbert. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Herbert.
That's complete to Pearsall.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
On the handoff, it's Samuels.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Set.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Let's go. 79 Broncos. 18. Pioneer. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Check up.
Now back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Go, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Herbert. Got a man. That's Leggett. Across midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That one complete to Leggett.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again. Here in the 4th.
Hey, Kappa.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, We picked off the last one. What you got to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give, right side. Turner. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Turner. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. He'll look to throw. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 18.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
Let's go. Hey. Ready.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a